marking where the footsteps spread. White breath lifts in gentle rise, drifting toward the pale sky. Light cuts through the frosted trees, flowing in the drifting breeze. Golden fur moves by my side, matching with the forest stride. Forest morning walk begins, echoing through quiet winds. Every sparkle on the snow leads the day in steady flow. Branches hum in subtle sway, guiding us along the way. Branches hum in subtle sway, guiding us along the way. Hands relax in open air, finding simple comfort there. Forest morning walk so free, filling out the scenery. Every echo off the ground turns into a mellow sound. Shadows bend in shifting lines, dancing where the light refines. Even tiny dust in flight glows beneath the rising light. Tail sweeps softly near my knee, blending with the harmony. Tail sweeps softly near my knee, blending with the harmony. Footprints fall in pattern pace, woven in the forest space. Forest morning walk rolls on, carrying the early dawn. Every shimmer through the trees moves like gentle melodies. Frost drips off the waiting leaves, curling as the sunlight weaves. Even hush along the path softens under nature's breath. Smiles appear in lifted tone, framed by woods we walk alone. Forest morning walk remains, drawing calm through open lanes. Frosty paths stretch far ahead, following the steps we tread. White breath curls in drifting rains, rising where the daylight clings. Branches shine in softened gold, marking where the trails unfold. Paws move lightly at my side, joining in the forest stride. Morning forest breeze begins, running through the slender pines. Every sparkle on the ground turns into a gentle sound. Snowflakes catch the early rays, shifting in their subtle ways. Hands slip into easy groove, matching how the moments move. Morning forest breeze so free, filling up the scenery. Every echo off the trees glides along the open breeze. When forest breeze so free, filling up the scenery. Every echo off the trees glides along the open breeze. Shadows tilt and winding flow, trailing where the sunlight goes. Even tiny dust in flight shimmers under rising light. Tail sweeps low in mellow pace, circling through the forest space. Footprints line the pattern trail, carried by the daylight sail. Morning forest breeze rolls on, guiding where the steps are drawn. Every shimmer through the air falls in colors bright and burning. Forest breeze rolls on, guiding where the steps are drawn. Every shimmer through the air falls in colors bright and fair. Frost slips down the waiting leaves, drifting as the morning weaves. Even hush along the floor moves like calm we can't ignore. Smiles spread wide in rising cheer, held within the forest clear. Morning forest breeze remains, leading through the open lanes. Smiles now wide in rising cheer, held within the forest clear. Morning forest breeze remains, leading through the open lanes. La 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 da da da, la la da da da, la la da la da 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 da, la 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 da da da, la la da da da, la 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 la. Glowing trails begin to rise, opening the painted skies. White breath drifts in gentle stream, floating where the branches gleam. Footsteps tap in steady time, blending with the frost design. Paws trace lines along the ground, joining in the forest sound. Daylight forest steps unfold, carving paths through winter cold. Every shimmer on the way marks the start of brighter day. Snowflakes flicker in the breeze, balancing on slender trees. Hands fall into easy swing, echoing the pace we bring. Daylight forest steps so free, framing out the scenery. Every echo in the air moves with lifted simple flair. Shadows bend in drifting play, woven through the dawning gray. Even tiny dust in flight glints beneath the early light. La 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 da da da, la la da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la 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 da da da, la la da da da, la da da da. Tail sweeps softly at my heel, marking how the moments feel. Footprints stretch in looping rows, following where daylight flows. Daylight forest steps roll on, tracing where the time has gone. Every shimmer through the trees glides along the rising breeze. La da 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 da. Frost lines fade along the bark, slowly losing all their mark. Even hush along the ground shifts into a lively sound. Smiles lift up in spreading glow, riding where the breezes go. Daylight forest steps remain, guiding calm through each terrain. La 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 da da da, la la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la 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 da da da, la la da da da, la da da la la. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. racing sweep, climbing where the hilltops steep. Even tiny dust in play spins in loops of early day. Tail swings lightly by my feet, keeping with the forest beat. Footprints line the pattern trail, winding through the frosted veil. Frostpath forest rhythm rolls, echoing through hidden knolls. Every shimmer on the snow moves with softly rising flow. Frost lifts off the shaded bark, leaving trails without a mark. Even silence on the air shifts into a tune to share. Smiles rise up and mellow away, blending with the spark of day. Frostpath forest rhythm stays, guiding us through open ways. Hey, hey, da 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 da. Hey, hey. Gentle rays slip through the pines, falling into subtle lines. White breath rolls in curling drift, rising with the daylight lift. Steps tap soft on frozen ground, marking out a steady sound. Paws trace circles by my stride, blending with the forest high. Winter pathway stride begins, echoing where calmness spins. Every sparkle on the snow glides along the early flow. Frosted needles catch the beams, shimmering in scattered streams. Hands relax in easy swing, matching what the breezes bring. Winter pathway stride so free, moving through the scenery. Every echo through the air falls in patterns crisp and fair. Shadows curling, drifting run, shape beneath the rising sun. Even tiny flakes in flight twirl beneath the angled light. Shadows curling, drifting round, sweeping with the rising sun. Even tiny flakes in flight twirl beneath the angled light. Tail dips low in mellow sweep, keeping with the forest keep. Footprints line the winding trail, carried by the morning hail. Winter pathway stride rolls on, tracing where the cold has gone. Every shimmer past the trees moves with softly rising ease. Frost breaks loose from hidden bark, glowing where the moments spark. Even silence near the branches sway. Steps tap lightly on the snow, carving paths in steady flow. Paws trace arcs beside my feet, falling into forest beat. Dayrise, forest trail begins, shaping where the daylight spins. Every shimmer on the ground turns into a rising sound. Frosty leaves reflect the light, scattering it left and right. Hands fall into easy swing, matching what the moments bring. Dayrise, forest trail so clear, filling out the atmosphere. Every echo through the trees moves along the early breeze. Shadows shift in bending lines, guided by the slanted shines. Even tiny flakes in flight glide beneath the morning light. Tail sweeps low in steady glide, flowing at my walk inside. Footprints draw a winding seam, following the forest theme. Dayrise, forest trail rolls on, tracing where the night has gone. Every flicker near the bark moves against the fading dark. Frost lifts off the branches thin, drifting where the rays begin. Even silence on the hill turns into a gentle thrill. Smiles rise up in spreading form, blending with the forest norm. Dayrise, forest trail remains, leading through the open plains. Pale beams settle on the trail, gliding through the frosty veil. White breath drifts in looping rise, mixing with the brightened skies. Steps fall light on powdered ground, marking out a steady sound. Paws sweep softly by my side, joining in the forest stride. Morning hilltop breeze begins, coursing where the sunlight spins. Every shimmer on the snow moves along a gentle flow. Needles gleam in airy bends, catching light the morning sends. Hands relax in easy swing, following what breezes bring. Morning hilltop breeze so free, shaping all the scenery. Every echo through the trees slides along the rising breeze. Shadows leaning, curving slides, drifting with the shifting tides. Even tiny flakes in flight spin beneath the angled light. Tail dips slow and mellow pace, winding through the wooded space. Footprints track a woven seam, stretching like a waking dream. Morning hilltop breeze rolls on, softly into a gentle hold. Smiles unfold in brighter eyes, carried through the open skies. Morning hilltop breeze remains, flowing through the forest lanes. Glittered frost along the lane shimmers where the moments gain. White breath curls in rising thread, floating where the sunlight spread. Steps step softly through the pine, falling into measured line. Paws trace arcs beside my heel, echoing the forest feel. Morning woodland drift begins, moving where the daylight spins. Every sparkle on the snow glides along a gentle flow. Branches glint in angled rays, painting out the waking haze. Branches glint in angled rays, painting out the waking haze. Hands slip into steady pace, following the forest space. Morning woodland drifts so free, framing out the scenery. Every echo in the breeze moves between the slender trees. Shadows curve in bending streams, threading through the muted gleams. Shadows curve in bending streams, threading through the muted gleams. Even tiny flakes in flight twirl beneath the shaping light. Tail sweeps slow in drifting swing, keeping with the path we bring. Footprints stretch in looping trail, carried by the morning gale. Morning woodland drift rolls on, gently guiding where we've gone. Every shimmer on the bark stands against the thinning dark. Frost lifts off the needled crest, loosing from its frozen rest. Even silence on the trail shifts into a softened tale. Smiles rise up in spreading hue, filling out the forest view. Morning woodland drift remains, winding through the open plains. Hey, 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 oh, 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 oh. Daybreak lines sweep through the wood, shaping where the daylight stood. White breath rises in a curl, twisting in a gentle whirl. Steps land softly on the frost, finding paths that winter tossed. Paws move lightly at my side, joining in the forest. shimmer on the snow, follows where the breezes go. Sunbeams stretching golden row, falling where the treetops glow. Hands fall into balance beat, moving with the forest heat. Forest skyline drifts so free, framing out the scenery. Every echo through the trees slides along the rising breeze. Ho 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 ho, ho ho, oh oh oh. Shadows bend in looping arcs, painting over winter marks. Even tiny flakes and glide, dance beneath the spreading tide. Tail sweeps near in gentle sway, tracking where the branches lay. Footprints shape a winding seam, flowing like a quiet stream. Forest skyline drift rolls on, tracing where the cold has gone. Every glimmer near the bark cuts across the thinning dark. Frost lets go from hidden leaves, loosening as daylight weeps. Even silence on the ground turns into a subtle sound. Smiles lift up in glowing tone, framed by paths we walk alone. Forest skyline drift remains, guiding calm through open plains. Shimmered paths unfold ahead, glowing where the frost has spread. White breath climbs in swirling rise, blending with the open skies. Footsteps fall in even beat, crunching through the forest sheet. Paws trace arcs beside my stride, moving in the morning tide. Winter tree line drift begins, flowing where the daylight spins. Every sparkle on the ground turns into a lifted sound. Branches shine in softened glow, catching where the breezes blow. Hands slip into fluid pace, wandering through the forest space. Winter tree line drifts so free, filling out the scenery. Every echo through the wood moves in ways that feel so good. Shadows glide in patterns sway, crossing where the frost gives way. Even tiny flakes in flight glint beneath the shaping light. Tail sweeps near in steady flow, drifting where the pathways go. Footprints weave a changing trail, tracing through the silver veil. life's in gentle rise, drifting toward the pale sky. Light cuts through the frosted trees, flowing in the drifting breeze. Golden fur moves by my side, matching with the forest stride. Forest morning walk begins, echoing through quiet winds. Every sparkle on the snow leads the day in steady flow. Branches hum in subtle sway, guiding us along the way. Branches hum in subtle sway, guiding us along the way. Hands relax in open air, finding simple comfort there. Forest morning walk so free, filling out the scenery. Every echo off the ground turns into a mellow sound. Shadows bend in shifting lines, dancing where the light refines. Even tiny dust in flight glows beneath the rising light. Tail sweeps softly near my knee, blending with the harmony. Tail sweeps softly near my knee, blending with the harmony. Footprints fall in patterned pace, woven in the forest space. Forest morning walk rolls on, carrying the early dawn. Every shimmer through the trees moves like gentle melodies. Frost drips off the waiting leaves, curling as the sunlight weaves. Even hush along the path softens under nature's breath. Smiles appear in lifted tone, framed by woods we walk alone. Forest morning walk remains, drawing calm through open lanes. Frosty paths stretch far ahead, following the steps we tread. White breath curls in drifting rains, rising where the daylight clings. Branches shine in softened gold, marking where the trails unfold. Paws move lightly at my side, joining in the forest stride. Morning forest breeze begins, running through the slender pines. Every sparkle on the ground turns into a gentle sound. Snowflakes catch the early rays, shifting in their subtle ways. Hands slip into easy groove, matching how the moments move. Morning forest breeze so free, filling up the scenery. Every echo off the trees glides along the open breeze. Wind forest breeze so free, filling up the scenery. Every echo off the trees glides along the open breeze. Shadows tilt in winding flow, trailing where the sunlight goes. even tiny dust in flight shimmers under rising light. Tail sweeps low in mellow pace, circling through the forest space. Footprints line the patterned trail, carried by the daylight sail. Morning forest breeze rolls on, guiding where the steps are drawn. Every shimmer through the air falls in colors bright and fern. Forest breeze rolls on, guiding where the steps are drawn. Every shimmer through the air falls in colors bright and fair. Frost slips down the waiting leaves, drifting as the morning weaves. Even hush along the floor moves like calm we can't ignore. Smiles spread wide in rising cheer, held within the forest clear. Morning forest breeze remains, leading through the open lanes. Smiles now wide in rising cheer, held within the forest clear. Morning forest breeze remains, leading through the open lanes. La 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 da 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 la la da 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 la la da la da 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 la da da la 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 da 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 la la da da la 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 la. Glowing trails begin to rise, opening the painted skies. White breath drifts in gentle stream, floating where the branches gleam. Footsteps tap in steady time, blending with the frost design. Paws trace lines along the ground, joining in the forest sound. Daylight forest steps unfold, carving paths through winter cold. Every shimmer on the way marks the start of brighter day. Snowflakes flicker in the breeze, balancing on slender trees. Hands fall into easy swing, echoing the pace we bring. Daylight forest steps so free, framing out the scenery. Every echo in the air moves with lifted simple flair. Shadows bend in drifting play, woven through the dawning gray. Even tiny dust in flight glints beneath the early light. La 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 da 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 la la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la 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 da 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 la la da 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 la da da la. Tail sweeps softly at my heel, marking how the moments feel. Footprints stretch in looping rows, following where daylight flows. Daylight forest steps roll on, tracing where the time has gone. Every shimmer through the trees glides along the rising breeze. La 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 la. Frost lines fade along the bark, slowly losing all their mark. Even hush along the ground shifts into a lively sound. Smiles lift up in spreading glow, riding where the breezes go. Daylight forest steps remain, guiding calm through each terrain. La 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 da 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 da. Of early day, tail swings lightly by my feet, keeping with the forest beat. Footprints line the pattern trail, winding through the frosted veil. Frostbite forest rhythm rolls, echoing through hidden knolls. Every shimmer on the snow moves with softly rising flow. Frost lifts off the shaded bark, leaving trails without a mark. Even silence on the air shifts into a tune to share. Smiles rise up and mellow away, blending with the spark of day. Frostbite forest rhythm stays, guiding us through open ways. Hey, hey, da 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 da. Hey, hey. Gentle rays slip through the pines, falling into subtle lines. White breath rolls in curling drift, rising with the daylight lift. Steps tap soft on frozen ground, marking out a steady sound. Paws trace circles by my stride, blending with the forest high. Winter pathway stride begins, echoing where calmness spins. Every sparkle on the snow glides along the early flow. Frosted needles catch the beams, shimmering in scattered streams. Hands relax in easy swing, matching what the breezes bring. Winter pathways stride so free, moving through the scenery. Every echo through the air falls in patterns crisp and fair. Shadows curling, drifting run, shape beneath the rising sun. Even tiny flakes in flight twirl beneath the angled light. Shadows curling, drifting run, sweeping with the rising sun. Even tiny flakes in flight twirl beneath the angled light. Tail dips low in mellow sweep, keeping with the forest keep. Footprints line the winding trail, carried by the morning hail. Winter pathway stride rolls on, tracing where the cold has gone. Every shimmer past the trees moves with softly rising ease. Frost breaks loose from hidden bark, glowing where the moments spark. Even silence near the stones shift into familiar tones. final flare. White breath climbs in spiraled sway, lifting as the branches sway. Steps tap lightly on the snow, carving paths in steady flow. Paws trace arcs beside my feet, falling into forest beat. Day rise, forest trail begins, shaping where the daylight spins. Every shimmer on the ground turns into a rising sound. Frosty leaves reflect the light, scattering it left and right. Hands fall into easy swing, matching what the moments bring. Day rise, forest trail so clear, filling out the atmosphere. Every echo through the trees moves along the early breeze. Shadows shift in bending lines, guided by the slanted shine. Even tiny flakes in flight glide beneath the morning light. Tail sweeps low in steady glide, flowing at my walk inside. Footprints draw a winding seam, following the forest theme. Day rise, forest trail rolls on, tracing where the night has gone. Every flicker near the bark moves against the fading dark. Frost lifts off the branches thin, drifting where the rays begin. Even silence on the hill turns into a gentle thrill. Smiles rise up in spreading form, blending with the forest norm. Day rise, forest trail remains, leading through the open plains. even hush along the slope turns into a gentle hope. Smiles unfold in brighter eyes, carried through the open skies. Morning hilltop breeze remains, flowing through the forest lanes. Glittered frost along the lane shimmers where the moments gain. White breath curls in rising thread, floating where the sunlight spread. Step softly through the pine, falling into measured line. Paws trace arcs beside my heel, echoing the forest feel. Morning woodland drift begins, moving where the daylight spins. Every sparkle on the snow glides along a gentle flow. Branches glint in angled rays, painting out the waking haze. Branches glint in angled rays, painting out the waking haze. Hands slip into steady pace, following the forest space. Morning woodland drifts so free, framing out the scenery. Every echo in the breeze moves between the slender trees. Shadows curve in bending streams, threading through the muted gleams. Shadows curve in bending streams, threading through the muted gleams. Even tiny flakes in flight twirl beneath the shaping light. Tail sweeps slow in drifting swing, keeping with the path we bring. Footprints stretch in looping trail, carried by the morning gale. Morning woodland drift rolls on, gently guiding where we've gone. Every shimmer on the bark stands against the thinning dark. Frost lifts off the needled crest, loosing from its frozen rest. Even silence on the trail shifts into a softened tale. Smiles rise up in spreading hue, filling out the forest view. Morning woodland drift remains, winding through the open plains. Hey, 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 oh, oh, oh. Daybreak lines sweep through the wood, shaping where the daylight stood. White breath rises in a curl, twisting in a gentle whirl. Steps land softly on the frost, finding paths that winter tossed. Paws move lightly at my side, joining in the forest stride. Forest skyline drift begins, echoing where Tracking where the branches lay, footprints shape a winding seam, flowing like a quiet stream. Forest skyline drift rolls on, tracing where the cold has gone. Every glimmer near the bark cuts across the thinning dark. Frost lets go from hidden leaves, loosening as daylight weaves. Even silence on the ground turns into a subtle sound. Smiles lift up in glowing tone, framed by paths we walk alone. Forest skyline drift remains, guiding calm through open plains. Shimmered paths unfold ahead, glowing where the frost has spread. White breath climbs in swirling rise, blending with the open skies. Footsteps fall in even beat, crunching through the forest sheet. Paws trace arcs beside my stride, moving in the morning tide. Winter tree line drift begins, flowing where the daylight spins. Every sparkle on the ground turns into a lifted sound. Branches shine in softened glow, catching where the breezes blow. Hands slip into fluid pace, wandering through the forest space. Winter tree line drifts so free, filling out the scenery. Every echo through the wood moves in ways that feel so good. Shadows glide in patterns sway, crossing where the frost gives way. Even tiny flakes in flight glint beneath the shaping light. Tail sweeps near in steady flow, drifting where the pathways go. Footprints weave a changing trail, tracing through the silver